A sound and speech board. This is the soundboard, and here is one of those notorious Scanby sockets, which I always replace with an open frame socket and hopefully one with a crossbar like this one. The sound and speech pair from a Williams Black Knight, and I've done a little rehab on the soundboard, which means you recap these two 1 microfarad caps and a third 1 microfarad cap there. There's a 4700, 1000, and a 100. Now, axial caps for 4700 microfarad and 1000 are difficult to find, so we find ways to install radial caps, and I've found this to be a pretty effective method. There is a jumper on the back for this cap to lead over to the ground plane, and then there's a 1000 and a 470 microfarad cap there. I don't like mounting them like that, but drilling holes and installing a rivet is a lot of trouble, so I opted not to do that. Replaced all the headers. Let's power it up. You'll be able to hear a buzz, and then the microprocessor gains control, and then it settles out. Maybe you'll be able to hear it. Let's see. I could hear it. I hope you could. This is my little doodad for testing these board pairs. It's also good for testing special solenoids, but I don't use it for that anymore. All these buttons do is they ground the individual pins, and here's where I'm picking up ground. It's just on the board. Individual pins of the sound selects. Here we go. And here's where I was running into some trouble getting the speech board to work, but I have it working now.
Knight Black defend, challenge thee, will you, I, again, play, cannot, self, enemy, one.
So that would go on forever if I let it go. I did resocket the sound ROM. It was a craptastic Scanby-like socket. It wasn't Scanby, but you could pretty much just grab the chip and pull it out by hand. There was a AMI 6810 at this location, so I have removed it and replaced it with a different brand, or it's a Motorola 6810. AMI chips are notorious for failing. Of course, I always use a socket. I socketed the 6821 and the 6808 in this case. This was a crappy socket too. This one didn't have one. I just put one in there. So this board is good to go now. And that completes the power supply, MPU, driver board, sound, and speech cards for this Black Knight, which I think must have been sitting in a barn for a long time because every single one of these boards had something oddball wrong with it. But all better now.